My name is Vanesa Weyrauch and I work at CIPPEC, which is one of the leading think tanks in Latin America. We work in Argentina. We are really committed to making research be used by policymakers in Argentina. During the last couple of years, we've realized that we face two types of challenges when we are trying to promote the use of evidence. The first one is on the demand side, and that is mainly linked to policymakers and the way they usually make public decisions. And what we found is that research doesn't play an important role here yet when devising new policies or reformulating existing ones. Political ideas and political contests are much more important, and they also usually base their decisions on ideology and political parties' interests. So in that context, bringing evidence to them is really difficult. But that doesn't mean that we cannot improve on the supply side, and that is the other type of challenge. And regarding the supply side, I really think research organizations and policy research institutions have to make a lot of effort to make sure that research is better translated into policy. To our long-term program, which is called Spaces for Engagement with GDNet, we've been able to work on the supply side during this couple of years. GDNet plays a key role in helping Southern researchers, and especially in Latin America, to improve the way they influence policy and the way they produce and use research to work with policymakers. GDNet is truly committed to this and genuinely involved in ensuring that researchers have the needed resources, information and support to reach policymakers and make research be used by them. Within this Spaces for Engagement program, we've been promoting debates, organizing regional conferences and providing a lot of capacity building. This in terms of helping researchers plan their policy influence and also monitor and evaluate the way they influence policy making, especially through online courses where leading think tanks from the region have very actively participated, engaged in discussions and received training materials to better devise their policy influence plans and also evaluate the impact of their work. Without GDNet's support, this type of assistance wouldn't be available in Latin America. Even though there's a lot of knowledge available on the link between research and policy, much of that knowledge is theoretical. Thanks to the work we've done with GDNet, we've been able to translate that theoretical knowledge into practical material that can be effectively used by researchers when formulating their research plans, their policy influence plans, and when doing policy influence in general. Throughout these last years, we've developed a lot of materials, including handbooks and guides and online courses that enable researchers to better think about their work and how research can really and effectively influence policy making in the region. Program Spaces for Engagement is basically focused in Latin America, but throughout these years we found that there's a very rich experience in our region that can be shared with Asia and Africa. And that wouldn't have been possible without the alliance we have with GDNet. GDNet has enabled us to participate in workshops and provide online courses to share our knowledge in the region on how to link research and policy with peer organizations and individuals in Asia and Africa.